Hello everybody, back here again for vlog a day, and today is Friday the 13th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning way earlier than I wanted to. Dogs got me up and all that good fun stuff. The two other dogs that came yesterday were out in the living room. I left them out there so they would interact with the Doodle and the Rottweiler in the bedroom, and that went decent, but it just kind of is what it is. Got them all outside this morning as quiet as I could. The Doodle has insane energy. Ironically, did really good when it comes time to go to bed now. He does pretty good. It's getting a little bit more age to him. He lays down and goes to bed very fast, which I'm in love with. So he got that wrapped down, and the other dog got outside. Everything was good to go. The Rottweiler had me not sleeping well. She's just licking all night long, and it's just superbly annoying. The melatonin doesn't seem to really help that much, but kind of is what it is. So went ahead, reached out to the owner and asked if I could give the dog some Benadryl, thinking maybe his allergies that's causing the licking, maybe not just separation anxiety. And she said absolutely, go for that. So went ahead and tried that. So that might have helped a little bit in my time, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem great. Bruce ended up pooping on the floor in the living room, which luckily none of the dogs walked through, so I was happy to see that, which worked out well. And then wife got up and she was finally ready to go to work. Had the dogs hanging out there. Got the dogs basically separate out where I wanted them when I was taking off to go for my take her to work. And I went ahead and got the foods and stuff and put them all in separate rooms. So they'll have their own food in their own areas. And the one of them didn't want to come inside, so I just gave him his food outside. So he was chilling out in the backyard. And then I went ahead and put on running gear because I thought was my wife's got a half an hour physical therapy appointment and I've got to be gone. It's not worth coming home and back for that. So I'll just go run while she's in there. I won't get my full run in, but I'll get enough to justify, because I went to the door sleeper yesterday and got a lot more miles in, so I'm good on it. So for the week I'll have my miles in, not a problem, but be a little short today. So I took off running, actually took off walking, then took off running after I dropped her off, and then set my timer for 15 minutes, thinking, well, 15 minutes out, 15 minutes back. And then somehow I wasn't really thinking too much, but I ended up on the way back, ended up going a different route, which obviously was the case, but ended up a couple blocks out of the way and backing around and whatnot. It kind of was one of those deals where I'm like, oh, I'm running a little bit late, so I'm kind of picking the pace a little bit, kind of getting back there in the time frame and that. And then she texted me and said she's ready to go, and I was just down the street a few blocks. It's like, I don't know, about a block probably, and went ahead and basically, as I just instead of walking out like I normally would have at the end, I just kept running right until I got to the door and ran up just covered in sweat and gross and nastiness. Basically grabbed her, and she forgot her walker, so she's in her wheelchair because she has a walker at work and a walker at home. Then we're going to physical therapy. We usually take whichever one we're leaving from there. If we're going from the house straight to physical therapy, to take that walker. If we're going from work to physical therapy, take that walker. And completely forgot to get her walker today. She didn't remind me. I didn't think of it. So she ended up in the wheelchair. So stuck in the wheelchair, wheel her out, got in the car, headed off to work. And again, I'm just covered in sweat. Still I'm gross from the run. I didn't have my time to walk and cool down afterwards, so I'm even more gross than normal, which is never fun. So I get there, take her inside, and the office dogs are trying to like lick the back of my legs and stuff, lick the sweat off and that. And I'm like, stop it. Let's give them a hard time. So we had fun with it. From there, got her situated. I headed back home to get the dogs taken care of, get them all cared for and played with a little bit, jumped in the shower real quick, and then basically spent the rest of the day just watching a bunch of dogs. I got a bunch of dogs. Everything was good to go. Everything was all chill. Had another dog getting dropped off. She wanted to drop off at like 10 in the morning, and I'm like, it's gonna be tight. I might be able to make it back by then, but my wife's got physical therapy, and by the time I get her to physical therapy and get her to work, get back, it's gonna be pushing it. And she goes, no problem. And I'm like, and normally I would just like, hey, because I watch this dog all the time also. It's a dog I tried to trade my Corvette for, so. But I was like, hey, I got a bunch of new dogs in the house I don't trust, and how they're gonna interact together, kind of thing. So went ahead, and she's like, I understand. So I reached out and said, hey, I'm on my way back. I'll be there in a few minutes. And she said she's gonna drop the dog off on the way to the port. They're taking a cruise. And I said, absolutely not a problem. Just tell me the time. Only thing is like 4:30, 5 o'clock, I'm gonna pick my wife up. So that'd be the only time frame. She was on her way before that. So she reached out, said she's on her way. I said, 100%, everything's good to go. Met him outside. All the dogs out in the backyard, so I playing around. Got him in, let the dogs interact. A little bit of issue with Ernie. Tried to be a little bit dominant over Bistro, the new dog getting dropped off. So that was kind of interesting how that went down, but only took a couple of moments. They settled in, found their space, and they were good to go. So other than that, all went well, except for the Rottweiler just incessantly licking all day night long. It's just, feels so bad for the poor girl. I really do. Just sucks. And I'm out of bitter apple spray, so I ordered some bitter apple spray. Hopefully that'll help. I don't know if it will or not. She's so obsessed with it that it sucks. So kind of is what it is there. So yeah, but hung out with them the rest of the day, just kind of chilling out, getting a few things done. Had another dog request come in, and it's like $1,000 say. Something about they're getting the dog from their ex. They don't have a place that takes dogs yet, such and such. And kind of had a little bit of that feeling like there's a good chance it was going to be extended into another chunk of time because they didn't find a place. They're still looking for a place and such and whatever. But all they had was this much worth of money at the time, which makes me nervous when you say it that way, because maybe they'll get their paycheck and be fine, or maybe they'll just abandon the dog with you, which always makes me a little bit nervous. But normally I wouldn't think that's the case. You wouldn't spend $1,000 to abandon your dog somewhere. You would book a 1 or 2 night stay and then go from there. So who knows? But unfortunately it fell over my cruise date, so I told him I couldn't do it. There's a couple of little things about the dog that wasn't superbly pleasant in the description that was going to be a little bit nerve-wracking with, that I didn't want to mess with. There's a couple of dogs I watch all the time that had that stay have happened. I would be like, yeah, just let mom watch it, but not with a new dog that is described as mouthy, which means my dog bites, but in a playful way. So wasn't really feeling that too much, but it is what it is there. So, but it kind of sucks when you turn down $1,000. It's the second. One was like $930. One was like $1,080 for the stays. That sucks. So I'm lost like $2,000 because of this cruise, just in income. But it is what it is. Kind of bites though. So, but wife said she was done for work, and I went and picked her up, and it's good. Had the dogs basically all chilling out together, except I put one in the bedroom and one outside, because the one just wants to be left alone all the time. Really, it's all she wants. And the other one can get a little bit rambunctious in the house and gets a little bit carried away. Outside's perfectly fine, but inside's a little bit much. So I separated them out, so it worked out real well. So, but yeah, we basically went and picked her up, got her back, everything's good. Ended up knocking herself out a nice little dinner and watched a little bit of TV, headed back outside, hang out with all the dogs, and just having myself a beautiful, gorgeous evening with 5 dogs plus Bruce, so 6 dogs out here chilling out. And for the most part, everybody's getting along splendid. They're doing all so well, and except that Rottweiler just incessantly licking and making life really, really tough to be a pet sitter. But gave her some Benadryl, hopefully that helps, and it's going to slow her down any, but it is what it is. Just keeping the owners informed of what's going on. The neck thing bothers me because it didn't bleed. It's got that weird, like where it's something like that clear liquid that comes before the bleeding actually starts, and I'm just going to tie a towel around her neck to kind of help keep her from scratching anymore and that kind of thing. So, but then it doesn't want to dry out as much either, so it becomes that like whole concept of like, God damn it, like which is better, letting it have air to let it dry, or trying to keep her from scratching more at it. So I don't know, it's hard telling. So, but yeah, that's what my day was, and had myself a nice cigar, ran a 3D printer, started a big long print overnight. It's like 11 hours, so we'll see how it turns out. Probably gonna run out of filament, but my machine's set up to where it'll stop. I can change the filament in the morning and finish it up. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.